Yeah, I should have had the music ready, so we were ready to go right at the top here. Welcome to This Week in Geek. This is our San Diego Comic-Con special. You can see we're in glorious, wonderful. No, we're not. We're in our houses reading the news like most people are. We just wanted to cover some of the different news that's come out of the con in the last 24 hours. Hopefully, if all goes according to plan, we will be doing 4 of these specials. 4. That's pretty tough for us. We'll see if we actually pull that one off. I'm Rob Southgate. With me,
Phil Parrish.
Hey, Phil. Fill me in, Phil. So we are going to talk about San Diego Comic-Con. Any big stories you wanted to hit first?
Well, since we're both big Marvel guys, there's a few things. Did you see they put out another Inhumans trailer?
Yeah, I didn't watch it yet, although maybe I did. No, I didn't. The second one that I saw, or is this the one that has Medusa's hair?
Yeah, this is the one that has Medusa's hair for like 2 seconds. Yeah.
Okay, I watched that. Before I say what I think, what are your thoughts?
I don't know. It's a little better, but I'm still very nervous. And our good friend Charlie Esser, who usually defends all things Marvel, is feeling kind of down about this. And he liked the Powerless show.
Yeah, right.
And he's nervous about Inhumans, so
that is a rough one right there. I watched the trailer. The last trailer, I was surprised. I actually was kind of on board. I went, okay, this looks kind of cool. This one, the reaction coming out of San Diego, from what I've read, is not good. People were laughing at the end when Medusa's hair grabbed him. People were laughing, and that is not the reaction they're looking for. I mean, I know I always say any reaction is a good reaction. Not when you're trying to launch a superhero show and everybody's been waiting to see Medusa's hair in action. And that's what you get. You get a laugh. Personally, I watched it. I was completely unimpressed. It went back to what my initial reaction was when we first saw stills. We saw that little teaser. And I went, man, this looks cheap. It doesn't look good. The second one looked more like a Marvel movie. I was like, I'm on board. This did not. This looked terrible. And her hair looked awful. Now, maybe they rushed it, but we're at a point where this is going to be hitting IMAX soon. You better not be rushing the hair CGI at this point.
I think the Inhumans and their whole story is like, I don't know, maybe too big for TV. They should have kept their original plans and done it as a movie.
Yeah. I don't know. Something feels desperate about it. It's just like with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., with their whole TV side. I feel like whereas in the movies, DC is trying to play catch up with Marvel all the time, Marvel seems to be trying to play catch up with DC in the TV realm, and they shouldn't be, because, really a lot of those shows aren't really that great. Like, I like them. I like The Flash. Really, if you step back from it, those are not that great. They're okay. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., when it gets it right, is actually a lot better, but it doesn't get it right all the time. This seems like they're going, hey, we're going to do our own, like, Legends of Tomorrow. This is going to be all superheroes. This is how we crack that nut. Not what I saw. No, that just seemed kind of dumb.
I don't know. I've heard the comparison made to, like, it's the Inhuman royal family, so it's like Marvel's Game of Thrones. Well, I wouldn't say that. I mean, you got a long way to go before you hit Game.
They're not going to pull that off. We're not going to get that far to find that out. No way. No way.
And I mean, this first season's only what, 8 episodes? I mean, is that like having no faith, or them being rushed, or?
Game of Thrones is 10 episodes. Maybe they're saying we have a really tight story. We're going to keep it to like 8 episodes a season. But they couldn't sustain that with Agent Carter. First season was fun. Second season was all over the place. The stuff I liked, I thought was awesome in the second season, but it was all over the place. And this has that same feel.
And they're burying it on Friday night, too.
And one of the things that came out here is they're talking about how Inhumans are definitely having a crossover with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. What are you doing there? If you do that, how are you ever? They're still claiming they're doing an Inhumans movie. You're killing this whole thing. Nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to want to go to this. And then you're putting them in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And I like that, but I don't. They're on the moon. In order for this to work, do Game of Thrones and keep them on the moon. We've already seen they bring them to Earth. That's a misstep.
Well, are they
Game of Thrones story? Tell me the dark past of the Inhumans and keep them on the moon. That would work better.
Is that them getting desperate then? Because I thought originally they said, "Oh yeah, we're not crossing over with Agents of Shield, right? You know, at least not this season." Yeah,
I'd say it is because the Agents of Shield numbers dropped a lot last year, and even though it ended really strong, the last few episodes were some of the best of the whole series.
Mm-hmm.
They lost audience, they lost momentum, so now they're scrambling a little bit, and then they see things like Legion that came out and was so fantastic. Now I don't know what the numbers were, but they saw they understand what our TV universe should be. Mm-hmm. So now, once again, they're in this catch-up state, and Fox has that X-Men show coming. If they get the right tone with that, Marvel, MCU TV has an issue. All right, let's bring up the other Marvel one then, Phil. Here's trouble.
Which one? I got two other ones. Why? Which one did you see?
They announced a Doctor Doom movie.
I know.
Okay, so
from Fox.
Yeah, let's give up the whole idea of MCU and Fox joining forces. I think that the window is closing on that, even though it should be open. Fox has this really weird thing that they're trying to hang on to this. You know what? X-Men, I get it. Build your whole X-Men universe. Make this the Fantastic Four part of it connective tissue. That would work. Establish the multiverse and all that. Have the X-Men be in their own thing. I'm okay with all of that. A Doctor Doom movie seems like between that and Sony with their whole Venom thing. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know why they're doing this. Now, granted, the actual important part of this is what nobody is talking about that I'm seeing. It's that no, I can't even get his name right. Noah Hawley is the one developing it. Now, if he's given autonomy, if he's given the ability to develop this film, we might be getting some of the biggest news we've had about Fox's MCU, the FCU, because Noah Hawley does Fargo and Legion. Fargo is an amazing piece of work. Legion is an amazing piece of work.
Oh, yes.
He's crossing over, making a film of Doctor Doom. This could erase all the ill will with the Fantastic Four. They don't even have to be in this, except teased. This is the story of Victor Von Doom. This might work. Initial reaction, though, is we don't need this. And I feel like, man, Fox might be desperate, but they may have looked into getting the right guy to do this. What do you think?
Well, I mean, again, it's a Fox Fantastic Four movie. Are the suits going to be able to keep their hands off of it? And I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Anytime they think about making a deal, do you think, they have a success with a Deadpool or an Old Man or a Logan, and they're like, you know what? Maybe we could,
Yeah, but Logan was great. Hey, look, the League of Jerks is here.
That's right.
Hey, we're just covering some of the early news out of SDCC. We talked Marvel already. What do you think of the Inhumans trailer?
I think it's really bad.
Yeah. As a guy who really wants hair, were you really mad at the bad hair CGI?
That's some bad CGI.
No. It looked bad. It wasn't a good trailer at all.
No. What do you think about the news about Victor Von Doom getting his own movie?
Another bad idea by Fox, but they're trying to keep that property because they need to make another Fantastic Four movie within a certain amount of time.
Right, but it's actually sooner than they need to. Here's what I was just telling Phil. It's Noah Hawley making it. They may have lucked into the right guy to actually do this, but it seems like desperation. But they may have gotten lucky. We may be eating these words in a year going, yeah, this is an awesome film.
True. I mean, it could work. I mean, we've seen movies like that work where it's a character that doesn't deserve like a solo film. Get a good one if the writers are good and the director's good and the story's good.
Right.
I just don't want a Doctor Doom movie. I want a Doctor Doom movie that's part of
MCU.
A bigger.
Did you read?
Especially the MCU.
Did either of you guys read the Doctor Doom, Doctor Strange crossover?
Yeah, we reviewed it.
Oh, we did. Yeah, and you know what? That was fantastic. That would be the way to do it.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah,
and that would be a way for the two studios to play ball. They're not doing that though. So, what news have you got, Alil? Anything you've found?
I'm just happy that Hasbro is putting out some Marvel Legends figures with some 90s and late 80s Marvel card backs. They're using the Star Wars Kenner line as their.
What? Now wait, where is this? Where'd you see this? Is it on League of Geeks?
I think Sean might have posted a picture. I might not have. I'm not sure yet. I'm at Disney World. If people don't know, here I'm at the Magic Tiki Room. But
yes.
I thought it was Pizza Hut.
Tiki Room. I'm sorry. Enchanted. Whatever. I'm trying to do multiple things and get ready to go on the show, but they're so the Marvel superheroes figures. They're doing them in the 6-inch line with that card back, and it's pretty awesome.
You know what? I'm dying to see this. I don't see it. All I see is your Hot Toys exhibit.
I will send you a picture. I have one on my phone. I just probably haven't had a chance to post it yet.
Is this now? There's a Hulk on here. That's a Hot Toys Hulk. These Hot Toys coming out of there, of course, are amazing.
They are, and so is the Mezco 112. Thor and Thor, sorry about the noise. If you can hear it.
That's all right.
The Thor and Hulk, Gladiator Hulk are amazing. The 112 scale. So they're like 6-inch base figures from Mezco, and they'll be about $80. So it's not a bad price point.
Yeah, see, all I'm seeing is Hot Toys on your site. So SDCC Toys, I'll look up.
Yeah, I'll post them on my site in a little bit here.
Yeah, please do.
Take a look.
Please do, because I'd really love to see some of this stuff. You got to go, right?
At this point, I got to go. So I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, man. Thanks for checking in. Have fun.
Bye,
Lil.
Wow, that was a surprise visit from
I know.
Gigs. Now I'm looking this up to see, because I wanted to talk about the toys a little bit. First of all, Star Wars Black series. They've got here we go. The Marvel Legends from Hasbro. Oh, they're doing a Scott Pilgrim too. No, these are old. These are old. This is a lame site. Okay, I'm getting out of this. When you go to their Sideshow Collectibles, Fugitive Toys, Comic-Con exclusives, that's not what we want to see.
A little with the fake news.
Fake news. No, I don't think so. I think he had it. I just think we're not finding it quickly enough. So that is something we'll cover later. Some of these, actually, I just went to one site. Some of these toys and some of this stuff, we will put, because Entertainment Earth is actually at San Diego Comic-Con. They're a sponsor for us. We can add some of these toys. Maybe we'll even try and get a giveaway from some of these toys for This Week in Geek. That would be awesome. Yeah, I'm dying to look at those. That sounds cool. Okay, what else you got, Phil?
The other Marvel story I had, did you see they pushed up the release date for Runaways on Hulu? It was supposed to be 2018. Now I guess it's November 21st.
I did not see that.
Yeah, they pushed it up.
Now, that's one that I'm really intrigued by. If they get that one right, we might be in a lot better shape. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
From what we were just talking about. I think that's a series that has a lot of potential to do something right. So, fingers crossed. That would be awesome. Okay, that was a lot of Marvel talk.
Yeah.
How about this? You know what? I'm gonna give one shout out. Alil just said he loves crashing calls on This Week in Geek. I want to give this one, even though it's not out of San Diego. We will talk about this on one of our regular episodes, but George Romero died this week. And George Romero, you know, this guy is a legend. It was making me think about the Geegots and all that kind of stuff we keep joking about. This guy deserves a Lifetime Achievement Geegot. So he will be getting a stick of butter sent to his graveside. Carved in the shape of Alil or Baymax. We can't tell which one it is. So yeah, man, we'll probably do a special where we talk about Romero, because what an influence, and what an influence on what we do, you know?
Oh yeah, he filmed a lot of his stuff like around here, like what was it, Dawn of the Dead? The original, he filmed it in a mall like not too far from here.
Really? You should go down there and get some pictures, man.
It's all, the mall's all changed now, because like back in the day, before they even had a food court, they had like an ice skating rink.
Is the structure still there?
The structure's there, yeah, but everything looks completely different. But yeah,
take a couple of pictures of the structure and we can post it and just be like, this is what it looks like now.
Okay,
because that'd be cool. Okay, here's one. The title for American Horror Story got announced. Are you an American Horror Story guy?
Not really. I keep meaning to get into this. I've got to binge it like one weekend.
So Chris and I do a podcast about it called Disturbed, and we both love it. We talk about it all the time. It's awesome. And each season is a different subject, follows a different path, and they do a great job of making it a very meta experience. Like, they hide the names. You don't know what's going on. You get images. You don't know what it's about. And then when they do the reveal, it's usually not what you were thinking, or you might have been close, but this year there's been all this stuff. They kept saying it was going to be about politics. It was going to be about the election. I even made a cover for our podcast that had allusions to the election, and they have come out with the name. This season this was at Comic-Con, American Horror Story Cult.
Mm-hmm.
So we got something new. Now, here's what's strange about this. The image is people standing all around, very cult-like, around the logo, and they've all got like clown masks. They kind of look like the Joker masks that he wore at the beginning of Dark Knight. They still claim, from things I've read, that the election or an election is part of this. They also announced at Comic-Con that Lena Dunham is joining the cast. I can't believe the hate that got. Holy cow. I love the show Girls. I mean, she might be despicable. I don't know. I mean, I've read some things where I'm like, I don't know if I like her, but I sure like her show, and I think she's really good on it. Her joining this seems like a layup to me. Sarah Paulson, Evan Peters, Francis Conroy, Mare Winningham, Allison Pill, Lena Dunham, all confirmed. Billy Eichner is going to be on there. Billy Lord. I mean, this is a heck of a cast. So just throwing that out there. Although the one that didn't get announced, and I still hold out a tiny bit of hope, is Vera Farmiga, because I think they don't have Jessica Lange anymore. Mm-hmm. They put in Lady Gaga. She was not on last season. You throw in somebody like Vera Farmiga, put her against like a Kathy Bates. Man, I mean, how do you beat that? So that was big news if you care about that show, and I do. It's a great show, and that was cool that they announced it there. What else you got, man?
I think this one just came out like a few hours ago, maybe within the last hour or two. I threw a lot of Marvel, so here's a DC one. Did you hear after Justice League, Ben Affleck may be getting ushered out of the DCEU?
Really?
That's what they're saying. Yeah, I guess they must have just.
They might be done with Affleck already.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Yeah.
Now I wonder if they're going to recast, or if they're going to, because they seem to have a little bit of a mess on their hands.
Well, they were saying that. Well, they're saying they might recast, or it might be. I don't know if they might just they might go away from the Batman. Yeah.
They're not going to get away from the Batman. He's the story, but they could go Nightwing.
That's what I was going to say. They could throw Nightwing.
Somebody lift the mantle.
Yeah.
But this has been controversy since day one. And I like Ben Affleck. I think he's been good in things. I thought he was a good choice for Batman. I know we all made jokes or whatever, but he's not bad. It's their machine that's wrong. Mm-hmm. And he was taking over directing for Batman. He was adding story elements. He left that. It all just kind of reeks. It all reeks that there's problems. So are you saying that he's potentially not even going to be in the Batman?
I guess, because they said a few days ago they're going back to basics with the Batman. They threw out all the Affleck stuff, and
wow,
yeah.
I heard the statement. And sorry, guys, just to jump in, but
hey, we got another guy jumping in, and look, he's got a tiny head.
Another fat man jumping in. It's great on the phone.
He's got more hair than the last one.
It's a pile on.
No, but I thought he said that he couldn't do the directing and acting, and that he was staying on for the role for whatever his contract was. But who knows how that's going to go?
Well, yeah, they just announced today, I guess.
No, but
they said after Justice League, he's leaving. He's ushered out.
Oh, is he? Well, maybe they.
Uh-huh.
That's good, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I think he wants to get off a sinking ship.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it too. I think that they're probably he's probably cutting his losses. You know what I mean?
Could be. You think he's like really tied to that Snyder, all the Snyder stuff, but now
Yeah,
maybe they're like, we're going the Patty Jenkins route, not the Zack Snyder route.
But even that, I mean, if you talk to people that saw the Patty Jenkins stuff before it got the final cut, it was a bit of a train wreck. And as much as I liked Wonder Woman, we still don't know if that has legs. Can they do that again? Is it because of Patty Jenkins, or was there another force within the studio that worked with her? I like Patty Jenkins.
Whedon, didn't Joss Whedon come in at the end?
Well, he's coming at the end of Justice League. And is that a factor in this? Is he getting in there because he's directing Batgirl? Are they saying, you know what, we can't have old Batman and do this storyline. We've got to move away from what we had started and start from ground zero. Although they don't want to do that because they've already established a good Wonder Woman. They don't want to get rid of her.
No.
So I mean,
it looks to me that Jason Momoa might be a really good Aquaman, although it's a different take on it. He's got a pretty strong personality and a pretty cool look. So hopefully they cannot screw that up.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, man.
I'm just two things. It's like, one, are they trying to get away from like the grim dark DCEU, and they're just like, okay, one, do you think that's a brighter take on it? And two, Chris, did your wife roll down the windows before she left you in the car?
What? No, the AC is on,
okay.
But yes. So
I was gonna say, I hope there's some kind of ventilation because I've been in a car with you.
Yeah. And that's you, by the way. So I'm okay.
Wait, anyone that listened to our live at the Blue Box a couple weeks ago when we talked about going to see, we did our Rolling Sausage Party, went and saw Spider-Man, knows that I am definitely one of the problems sitting in a confined space.
There's hot air coming out of both ends.
Gosh. Oh my gosh, all the breathing jokes around here. Yes. You got any that you've noticed that you want to talk about?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I just think, as it's not necessarily news, this is just an observation. As these things get bigger and as they get to be a harder ticket, it kind of loses some of the touch with the fan. You and I go to a lot of different conventions and a lot of different cons, and those small to medium-sized ones are good. I mean, I think San Diego was a great one. Obviously, it's close to LA. You get all the stars, you get all the news, but it seems like, you have to go to see a panel and your whole day is to see the Batman panel. Just
standing in line for a Batman panel.
And it's just, I don't think that's a culture of it. It's not a criticism because God bless, it means that they're that busy and
people are into it.
They do that stuff, but it's also a little rough for people who, number one, would like to go and can't go and don't want to waste their whole day to see, Kevin Smith talk, right. And I would waste a good chunk of time to see Kevin talk and do that. But besides that, it's really kind of cool. It's, they're, I know in terms of size, it's similar to like what C2E2 or what even Wizard World Chicago is, without the panel size, and without some of the draw. But it's great for geekdom that we have this much recognition and that much pull and that much buzz, because they do break stuff. Look at all the stuff that's coming out. They're just breaking stuff, and it changes.
Well, and everybody's holding
the next
it
6 months of what we do.
Phil and I just talked about how they broke the title for American Horror Story. They threw it out here at Comic-Con. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, which was linked. Like I saw that this morning immediately. Yeah, popped it on Disturbed, and I think I did it on This Week in Geek. So
yeah, we had to change the logo of Disturbed real fast.
Yes. Wait, it's something different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
But that's awesome that but that can bring that much. 5 or 10 years ago, we were in a closet saying, "Yeah, we like geeky stuff. That's awesome," and people would look at us weird. Now it's front center, and that's awesome.
Right.
It had 5 people came in. One guy had moved here from England and said he always wanted to come here since he found out about it 3 years ago.
Wow.
Which was awesome. And just to think about, a guy who watched Doctor Who and loved it that much and came to America and said nobody's gonna really know what it is. And then he came here and saw what that is.
Yeah,
and,
I saw what it is. Right.
It's
right.
cool. I mean, not trying to toot my own horn, but we see that stuff all the time wherever we go, and I think that's really kind of neat. And God bless San Diego for being able to do that, and never mind the whole battle with the name. that's their problem. So
that's their business end of things. So a couple more things. We got that there's a Mega Man movie coming. The directors of Paranormal Activity are making it. I don't know if this is going to be the one that ushers in the era of awesome video game movies. Did you guys see the trailer for Saw? For Jigsaw, no, I'm sorry.
Heard about it, but I didn't see it yet. Yeah, no.
Did you watch it, Chris?
No.
We should do a reaction video to it. Maybe we'll do that. So I'm not going to say anything more. People should watch it or watch our reaction to it. I think that's even better. Let's see. There's the creepy posters came out for it. I don't think that's big news. We know there's a creepy clown. There's a red balloon. It's going to be dark and weird. Okay. Let's see.
I'm kind of shocked that people are like against how creepy it is, and the whole thing is it's creepy. The whole thing that is
right.
That it's a creepy clown. So them making it creepy, that trailer, that first one they came out with was creepy,
man. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. And people were like, it's too creepy. I'm like, that's the whole point.
Yeah, what do you want?
Yeah. As they over the years have kind of not dumbed down, but kind of softened and muted the Stephen King horror aspect. This is full blown.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it's not like the dude's pulling out a stick of butter or anything. I mean, it's not too creepy.
Shot to a
and going to Disney, but hey, that's nothing.
Should we take bets on how fast he gets kicked out of there?
That's right. Yeah, exactly. So no, but like imagine if they did The Shining now.
Yeah.
With all the graphics and CGI, how horrific that movie would be. It would be a bathhouse of just blood and murder.
And I guarantee they will at some point.
Oh, sure. But that's a tough one because that's great and that's very
but it's so different.
The time.
It's so different because it's a Kubrick film. If they build a Stephen King universe, which they will, it's gonna happen.
Right.
They'll go back and they'll remake some of these movies and they'll draw the lines, and that is one that will be remade, fit the book more, and then have ties to the other Stephen King things. I guarantee it.
I know they're going to do, but how could you beat Stanley Kubrick
I don't think you
as
can.
a director?
I don't think you can.
You can't. Or it didn't. Who did Carrie's his?
Sharknado. Right? Who did that one? No. It's Carrie is Brian De Palma.
Brian De Palma, and then I mean, and
then the remake wasn't nearly as good.
No, you're not going to get better than some of these people, and that's the hard part. I mean, if you or I directed a movie, they could get somebody to do it better. I hate to say it, but
Well, that's like I think it was today. Someone they said people were complaining that I guess that first Dark Tower movie is going to be like short. It's not going to be like super long. And I'm like, well, aren't going to be squeezing like 8 or 10 movies out of this. You don't need like a 3-hour masterpiece out of this.
Maybe not. See, this is the weird thing. I am personally not impressed by what we've been seeing. I was super excited for this. There's something about it not sitting for me, so I don't know if it's going to be good. It's coming in at 94 minutes. It says, it might be a little bit short to get this story going. And there is no guarantee beyond the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
Part of the deal with this, part of the deal with this when it was in development is when Ron Howard had control of the whole thing, it was supposed to be 3 movies and then a TV series that took place in between the films, filling in the blanks. And it was going to be just bloated. Each one was going to be like 2.5 hours. And the final one probably split into 2 movies to make it 4 movies. And then things fell apart. It ended up becoming this. It's got a great cast, but then I watch it and I get this vibe like, it's kind of got a Last Action Hero vibe to it. Something is not gelling for me. And the fact that it's coming in at 94 minutes, it's like, you're not telling Roland's story. You're telling the story of this guy crossing dimensions and bringing a kid to stop a dark guy. And I don't know. I don't know if this is what we think we're getting.
Who's driving a Lincoln?
Yeah, right. Mr. Lincoln.
Mr. Lincoln. No, I know.
I'm not sure, man.
Hopefully, it's a better night at
Well,
the theater.
unless they're. Go ahead, Phil. Sorry.
Sorry, I said Lincoln. Hopefully, it's a better night at the theater than that.
Oh, shot to Spielberg. All right. We're going to end it because we were going to try and do a bunch of these. I think that covers it, unless you guys had other news that came out of SDCC in the last 24 hours.
Not that I just saw Lil Het was here, so I had to come in and say something.
He was. We tried to boo him out of here, but it didn't happen. Did they announce whatever this Spawn thing is yet?
They said, I think this morning he said sometime in the next 24 hours. So,
I mean,
he
obviously it's going to be a movie.
He's been teasing for years now that he's remaking Spawn as a movie.
I like that his big announcement was written on cardboard with a Sharpie. Spawn movie announcement, 24 hours. Okay.
That bodes well. High budget.
Yeah. And I'm sure, like it says here, that he's planning to write, produce, and direct whatever it is we see. Todd, I'm sorry, man. I just don't have faith in this. You really got to sell me to make this one work. But who knows? Just like I said about Dr. Doom, we could be eating our words in a year.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well,
maybe Fox will take it.
I mean, they can screw it up. But I mean, if it's just Dr. Doom, maybe it could be okay.
It could
be passable.
Well, it's Noah Hawley directing Dr. Doom, or he's developing it. It could be good. We'll find out. All right, let's wrap it up. Why don't you give quick social media, and then we'll get out of here. Chris, go ahead, since you were last one in.
Sounds good. I am last one in. I can be found at theblueboxcafe.com or Blue Box Cafe. Blue Box Cafe at 176. Follow us on This Week in Geek or Geeking Out. It's another page we have on Facebook and other stuff. This Week in Geek or Live at the Blue Box.
Yeah, there's so many ways to find us. I'm Rob Southgate. You can find me at R.Southgate. Find the show at SMG_Twig. Is that right? Or is it Twig_SMG? It's SMG_Twig. And then Geeking Out.
I thought it was Twig-Pods.
No, it's not. And you can find us also on Geek In Out. And the Twitter, I think, is Geek N Out Shy for Chicago. That's where we post events and things. It's all tied, though. So if you read our blog, the This Week in Geek blog, or you look at our Facebook page, there'll be links back from Geeking Out with reviews and events and all that kind of stuff. And then, Phil, go ahead.
All right. Follow me on Twitter at Nightwing PDP and follow my other podcast, Capes and Lunatics, at Capes Lunatics on Twitter. Get all your info there.
I don't know where Chris went, but I'm hearing a lot of heavy breathing. So that's it. We will be back with more This Week in Geek news about San Diego Comic-Con. Apparently, episode 100 was not the end. Have a great day, everybody.
Enough said.